like angels in the sky, in a garden full of glory.
The galaxy so brilliantly related, ultimately high on the first page of our story, till the time parents were created.
Envious brother came through a blow so mad and chilling. Tragically, he never did recover.
Ooh, it's really so insane, all our selfishness that's killing, that strangers, our sister and our brother.
So listen brother, listen friend, just a little smile, a helping hand, and we all will find a loving kind humanity. We must teach our children to treat your fellow friend like they were you.
Then we all find some peace of mind and unity.
Eagles soaring by, could you lift him up with you now? Fly him home with justice, pride and freedom.
Oh, his eyes are gazing wide, from behind the bars he prays now, with faith, with joy.
Oh, how we wait to greet him.
Pages rushing by, writing chapters full of sorrow.
Webs of self-destruction we are weaving.
If we don't even try, there's no hope for our tomorrow.
So what's it all worth if we are not achieving?
So listen, brother, listen, friend, just a little smile, a helping hand.
And we all will find a loving kind humanity.
We must teach our children to treat your fellow friends like they were you.
And then we all will find some peace of mind and unity.
So listen, brother, listen, friend, just a little smile, a helping hand, and we all will find a loving kind humanity.
We must teach our children to treat your fellow friends like they were you.
And then the world will find some peace of mind and unity.
Hey guys, and thank you very much for watching this week's episode of The Artist's Heart. I just wanted to take literally a couple of seconds out of the time just to talk about the painting which you've just seen. I'm not certain whether or not we managed to capture it in, but this one actually has snow in the effect. If you look really closely there, you can see the white effects of the snow. And I was asked to speak about this painting and why I painted it and the creation and the story behind it. For me, winter is one of my favourite times. I love to sit within the house or within a nice place where I can get a view outside and watch snow falling. Now where I live, unfortunately, we don't see it too often. You know that if it's a snow in winter, you know it's a bad winter, because the Isle of Arran normally takes most of the snow and most of the brunt of it. But this one in particular, those that know me know I love the mountains. I just absolutely love the mountains, and there is nothing for me any nicer than seeing the mountains absolutely covered in snow. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I loved it when I went to Colorado and I saw them up there. Maryland, and you get to see mountains out there as well that are full of snow all year round. And this is one of my particular favorite photos, is being out in Colorado in the mountains. So for this one in particular, I I just love the feeling of snow. I love the look of it. I love the texture, and I wanted to play around a little bit and actually encapsulate a snowy scene, but a snow scene as it's happening. And basically the aim of it was to get a beautiful landscape. I hope I did get a beautiful landscape, and also to be able to put snow in the foreground, so it's right in front of you. This photo probably gives you a better idea of the snow actually in the sky. You can see it, it's more visual, and it often helps a lot. And to be able to check it out, the birds that are flying in the sky, which is really, I like that. To me, it's, you know, it's two birds together, you know, they're sticking with each other even through these harsh conditions up in Alaska, and they love to be with each other, and they will be with each other until death. No, you know, there will be no separation for them. They fly together, they go through the storm and the elements together. Yes, there's a story and a message behind this, as I'm sure you're guessing. The sound of the waterfall, there is something just amazingly sounding about a waterfall just gushing. You know, and again, in Huddersfield, we've got a waterfall probably about 15-20 minutes from where I live. And it's not a huge one, but it's a flipping wide one. And you just listen to it and it's like, wow, the water just psh, constantly, the sound of it, it's almost hypnotic. So you combine all these elements in together, and this is what I see when I'm hearing things. I'm hearing waterfalls, I'm hearing maybe John Denver singing in the background because he loved the mountains, he loved wildlife and nature as well. I'm seeing, you know, snow, I'm hearing the birds flying past, I'm hearing the wind and the snow falling down, and out of all of that comes this painting. You know, a nice green northern lights effect is in the purple sky, as well as only, you can actually see, I think, only in the painting itself. It doesn't show up too well on the camera. But, you know, for me, that's what this all encapsulates. And it was a painting that I'd somewhat finished. I put down for a while, and then I decided to come back to it because I always like to improvise and to put more into the canvas. But I like to do it when it's the right time. And tonight I just felt was really the right time. And it's certainly something that I really love. Now hopefully on the photograph you're going to be able to see all the elements, you know, the snow falling, of the waterfall. Hopefully it's really been captured. The birds in the sky, the snow just landing on the mountains, the coolness in the air, the northern lights, just the beauty of this place that I guess comes from here, or it's from the spirit. It's literally from the spirit. And, you know, I get led, and it just, you know, it comes out in so many different ways, and I love to play with colour. You know, I mean, this is my palette. Okay, and it has to be big, and it's a bit, you can get these from, you know, home-based DIY stores, whatever, but it has to be one of those, because even down to that, the touch and the feel of everything just goes into this painting. So as when a person buys it, they're not only buying a painting, but they look at it on the wall and like, wow, holy cow, I mean, that's just incredible. You know, you can feel what an artist is feeling, you can feel what they're trying to encapsulate onto the canvas. And I never knew that that was something I had until one day I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, wow, you know, whatever I was, you know, thinking that day. And I've got a painting, I've only got one painting by another artist in my home. And it's a giant mountain scene. I've never been able to track down the artist, but it's one I absolutely love. I bought it for like $15, which is like 10 quid or whatever else. Depending where you're listening from, of course. And I fell in love with it because it encapsulates everything that I'm about, everything I love, everything that I'm passionate about. And this canvas was exactly the same. It's the same as the red blossom trees, but this canvas in particular, as you will see, just captures everything in one painting that I really love. And I really get excited about, you know, when it snows, I'm like a kid. When I get to see mountains with the snow on top, I'm like a kid. You know, you hear the waterfalls and the adrenaline's going, you know, and it's just incredible to watch. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of The Artist's Heart. Feel free, drop me a comment underneath, as always. Don't forget to sign up and subscribe on YouTube. And you can find us at John Morris, Art from the Heart. Also staying tuned for the new work that's come out and lots of new news, but I just wanted to capture this one for you guys so as you could see a painting in progress that when you put it down, you can actually pick it up and make it, I think anyway, and I can only speak for me, but something more special than you ever thought it could be. So I hope I've encapsulated that in this episode of The Artist's Heart for you. I hope you're enjoying them. Again, if there's something you'd like me to paint landscape-wise, I would love to do it. I never do animals or portraits on screen for the simple fact that, it takes a lot more than just pure talent to be able to get these right, and I always get really nervous about them anyway, especially when the camera's on, believe it or not. Even though I've been doing this for 10 years, I still get nervous. But this bit's easy, the talking bit's easy, and the singing bit's easy. It's actually painting in front of an audience that's the hard bit. So that's why we stick with landscapes. Anyway, feel free, drop me a comment, get in touch with Facebook, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until the next time, have a wonderful week, guys. Take care, and God bless. Okay guys, next week on The Artist's Heart, we will be at the Eaglesham Moors in Fenwick for some really, really interesting artwork. It won't be me taking it next week, it will be another artist, and it'll be a whole different kind of art as well, having some fun in the snow. So stay tuned for next week. It's going to be sub-zero conditions. It's going to be cold out there, so wrap up really, really warm, guys, but come and join us in the comfort and the warmth of your own home. See you next week, guys. Take care, and God bless.